The question is, did I live? Did I survive the disconnect? Am I about to log into a dead character? Find out. My 5 key. I'm fine. Holy shit, I'm here. I'm fine. I'm alive. Yo, okay. We got a med up. Got buffs. Mana gem. Still have buffs from before. Okay. I lived. I survived the disconnect. Freaking yikes. Okay. I'm gonna open this beer. This is either gonna be like a this is either gonna be a celebration beer or this was gonna be like a pour one out, you know? Okay. Sorry about the crackly audio. I don't know what's causing that, and I have to figure it out. I've been away from this shit for a long time. Oh, okay. Let's talk about things that kept me alive. Probably. Maybe they had nothing to do with it. Maybe they did. I don't know. This is my boy. He and Gandair go on lots of adventures. Oh, okay. Let me fight things while talking. So, things that I've been doing this entire time to be aware of disconnects, which I started doing after Ovi got disconnected on. And I thought I lost Ovi, but I got lucky. And there was certainly a luck component to what happened with Gandair's disconnect just now. And there was also a like strategy portion of it. So if you notice where I'm standing, I'm outside of the fence. I've been staying outside the fence this whole time. Okay, right. A couple exceptions here and there. Just work with me. Work with me, alright? It gets really exhausting if you have to explain the exceptions every time you bring up anything ever, okay? That's rough. So I position my character outside the fence, and I pull things to outside the fence, and I do not go into the area. And I reviewed the moment that I disconnected while I was disconnected in the local recording I had of the video. It's part of the reason why I keep local recordings. There was like there was another player over here fighting some stuff, and there were some other mobs walking around. Now, if I had disconnected somewhere like over here where my cursor is, more Ladim could have just walked by and chopped off my head, and I would have logged back into a dead character. If I right before I blinked out of the area, right over there where my cursor is currently moving around, I would have a skeletal raider would have appeared right on top of me and probably killed me. Like that was a real thing that could happen. But where I'm at out here, there aren't enemies that patrol this closely to the gate, this fence. That's why I've been pulling enemies here. This is a relatively, not perfectly, but it's a relatively safe location to be in. So I made my plans for my character positioning with that in mind. And, like, even right before it happened, like in the 30 seconds-ish before it happened, I, realized where I was, and I ran out, blinked out, so I could med out here. And that shit paid off so hard. I'm not going in that building. That building can go fuck off. I'm going to clear around the outside of Forlorn Row. And then I think I'm going to drop this quest here. I think I found out the source of the disconnect, though. So that's good. I might just be self-DDoSing myself when me and the girlfriend try to both watch things while I'm streaming. We should have more than enough internet for that, and I checked. We do, which means it's a hardware problem. I probably gotta get a better modem router. And that's... It looks like the solution is just don't play hardcore while, while the girlfriend's home watching stuff on the computer. If she's not using the computer, it's probably fine. and continue to do, you know, strategic bullshit like this. Yeah, how much time would I have lost? How much time would have just been sent to the void? 2 days. So, yeah, about 60 hours-ish of playtime? If I'm reading this right?
It's too far away.
Yeah. Would have just been sent to the void. And... No, I'm okay with my own errors, but when it's tech, you know, that's a difficult thing to deal with. And when it's on the server end, that's when it's like, come on. Like, I really would have liked there to be like some sort of disconnect insurance on the server side, not for what happened to me. No, not for my case. That's a different matter. That's like home hardware, and that's fully under my, like, thing. But I mean, if, like, the WoW server ever went down, right? And that lag caused something to happen, then that's one of the situations where I'd be like, I wish there was, like, some kind of, like, rollback insurance. Even if it was as much as you roll the entire day back. Better than a dead character. Like, yeah, I don't care about losing drops in a raid. Having to refight bosses or something like that. Like, nah. Full day rollback would be a nice thing for them to. Yeah, the wardens are down there, and I really don't want to go down there. I only need 3. I think that I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, like, do I let the quest win? Is that the right thing to do, is to just let the quest win? It is. It is. It is. We're dropping it. We're dropping it. Yeah. We're dropping this. We're going to do the note to the mayor. Missing diplomat. And then we're going to Hillsbrad. The quest gets to win. Where we're at. Thought about it. Nope. I'm out. That was scary. It's always scary when there's a disconnect. But it's happened twice, so I think I know what situation to watch out for in the future. And while, you know, right after the disconnect, it was like 30 minutes away from my chicken being done that we were cooking, so I just hung out with the girlfriend, watched part of a movie with her that she was already watching, and had some chicken. I finished watching that WoW, that PvP tournament, that Matt Gora tournament, and man, that commentator Zaryu is a fucking professional. He is so good. It's unreal. Like, that guy reminds me of how I want to commentate. Like, I want to be able to do my job like him. I think that's he's very talented. A lot of skill, very good. The players in that tournament were also very, very good. It turns out a warlock won. Shocking. You know, when you're playing with everything, you take what warlocks already have, and then you just allow them to have engineering and alchemy and, like, literally everything in the game. Then it's like, what do you do against that? And the answer is you just lose. Everyone just loses to that. You could still, there are ways to win. It comes down to resists. That's the biggest takeaway I have from the tournament. Top level PvP, it comes down to consumable strategy, like meta resource strategy, like cooldown management and mana management rather than damage, because you need to out-sustain your opponent, which is an important thing in PvP. And I don't do a consumable PvP because it's pay to win and I don't like it, like, straight up. It's cool. It is really cool. I'm not going to argue that for a second. It is
What can I do?
It's great. It's very, very tactical.
See you around.
It takes a lot of, like, knowledge. Takes a lot of game knowledge. Takes a lot of skill in the sense of, like, positioning and placement and timings and things like that. I hate it because it is pay to win. you just go out and you illegally buy gold, and then you use that to buy all your stuff, because very few people actually farm out all their consumes. Most people, I would say, are gold buyers. I'm gonna go ahead and allege that right now. As for professionals, I feel like they get donations a lot in order to be able to do what they do. Now, if their donors are illegally buying gold, no one knows. I would bet it's to everyone's advantage if we just don't ask, kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of illegal gold buying in World of Warcraft. It's one of the reasons why I was like disincentivized to play, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like to do consumable PvP. I'll do low-level consumable stuff, basic, health pots, mana pots, kind of thing. But I don't get into like fully specking engineering and shit. And just stuffing Arcanite bars up my ass to make arcane bombs. Like, nah, there's an amount of pay to win that I'm not into doing myself. But I don't want to devalue it, because it is definitely a very valid form of PvP. I just wish it wasn't so, like, illegally pay to win. That's the part that I wish were not the case. But yeah, it's very fair and valid. So I don't want to come off like I'm hating it. It's just, it's really not for me, is the deal. So that's the take. And yeah, watching these guys go with the we're gonna chug entire flasks in PvP, and engineering everything and having them know the timings and know the situations and how to react to them and stuff like that.
Go with honor.
It's great.
The Alliance.
It is it was a great thing to watch. And yeah, it really stuff I already knew. Mage, Hunter, Shadow Priest, Warlock are insane in PvP.
Light bless you.
Warriors are very good. Shamans can be very good. Druids can be very good. It's mostly just, yeah, those are your top four. Is them. They're the great ones in PvP in terms of like what assets they have.
For the Alliance. Be careful. Light bless you. What can I do for you? Hello.
Yeah, those are the ones that have like the most assets available to them to use.
Hey there.
Is
See you around.
Warlock, Shadow Priest, Mage, Warlock, Priest, Mage, Hunter have the most resources available to them.
Greetings. Go with honor.
And there's a lot of other like high level, like there's a really high level druids and shamans and stuff like that, but they don't really make it in long fights usually. Is the big takeaway from like Bride of the Embalmer. No thanks.
Light bless you.
Not gonna do Bride of the Embalmer. That's an elite quest. Okay, so I think I'm gonna drop. What things am I dropping here? Dropping Legend of Stalvan. Not gonna do that. I'm dropping more Laudum because I'm leaving. I'm gonna go do the Missing Diplomat turn in. Okay. Oh, this is the thing that summons Stitches. Whoops, my bad. Okay, no, I don't want to risk the flight path and teleport. It's like, oh man, 6 gold seems like a lot, and then you realize, oh, I need to buy spells. I don't really have that much money. I actually might bust some of it off my character. Sitting here thinking about it. Probably a smart thing to do. I should peel off one each to my different banks. Probably yeah, that's a really smart idea. I should do that. I know it'll slow down me getting my mount, but I'm not in a hurry in this challenge. I mean, there's a soft time limit of like November 30th, but I can make that by a fucking mile. If I just actually play, like if I actually spend time logged in and getting XP, that won't be an issue for me. So I did 10 real days to 60 when I did classic. And I mean, I just, you know, made sure I made the use of my like logged in time. So to do a 2-week 60 sounds reasonable to me. Now that I'm like actually playing. It was after the 28th of... No, actually, I want to say like the 1st of the month is really when I've started being able to put like hours in that I want. The type of hours that I want to put in on it. Yeah, let me do this. Yep. Get here. So yeah, let's split off. Let's split off 120. Here, like this. Then I'll do this. So this one. Here, hold this. Too. Okay. There we go. So peel a little bit off. And then, do I have anything else that's going to go to Maywix? That's a Maywix item, Maywix item, Maywix item, Maywix item. I think I need to do... Yeah, I need to do bandages with this wool. And then I need to craft off some... I need to craft off silks, also. And I think I'm going to mail these soups to Ovi. Maybe Ovi's really into soup. I still haven't really figured out what I'm doing with Ovi as a character. I know Gandair's, like, character personalities, he's kind of a dick. He's like, you suck at what you're doing, I'm better. That's Gandair's personality, is he doesn't believe anyone has the qualifications to be doing whatever they're doing. Like, he's very in denial about how people succeed and things like that. Okay. One more? Then we can send the rest of this to Ovi? Yes, okay. They have some work to do here. So that's stuff to vend. Now let's tailor off these. Then we'll send Ovi these. This goes to her. And yeah, we'll send her soup. Maybe Ovi likes soup. Like, I don't know what her lore is. It's the thing I'm trying to figure out. There we go.
Good day to you.
Ah, I sneezed. Okay. It needs to be banked right now. I have all of these, like, greater pot. Which is a bank slot? A bank slot is 1G. Not there yet. Where's something that sounds like it? These Halloween wands used to make a sound. They played a sound effect when you moved them around. They're not currently. Okay, so all this stuff down here goes to Maywix. This stuff goes to Ovi. This gets vended. Okay, this is all consumable things. Backup item. Yeah, that's fine where it is, I guess. Actually, I'll switch that with the candy corn. Oh. Wow, I have a 20 stack of candy corn. Holy crap, that's a lot. Okay. Alright.
Have a good
Yeah, start moving. Can't sit around for too long or nothing gets done. Okay. Here. This all goes to Maywix. They'll have to figure that shit out. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let's undo this. Let's go ahead and have faith in some alts. And my rogue is also a fan name. But it's like it's excusable as RP, but it's also a fan name. Anoj is a person who got me into like was one of the personalities that got me into like doing YouTube videos and things like that. Maywix. Ovi is gonna get the Warlock suit and the cloth. And then I guess no, I'll save for me. Cash no. Okay, then I'm gonna vendor that stack of that. Okay. Then after this, I need to go to.
I supply only the finest.
One. Oh, not having the PvP discount sucks. Okay, the next thing I need to do is... Yep, there we go. Oh, it's right across the street. Why did I think that this was in the Stormwind Keep? Why did I think this was in Stormwind Keep?
What can I do for you? See you later. See you around.
Okay. Alright, now this is the one where you get, like, jumped by some dudes in the alley. I'm going into it knowing that, so it shouldn't be too big of a... I'm still gonna food before it, because I don't completely remember. I was gonna vendor that, but I forgot. Whoops. Let's leave it in my inventory for a minute. I could have just done it in that building. Okay, and you're like, hey, go to the stockades. Okay.
I need to target something.
Oh, here we go. That gets vended. Okay. I think this is just some standard AoE bullshit. Right here.
Interest you on the pint? Off with you. Be good.
This. Sorry I killed your boys, but
What's on your mind?
don't start none.
Back.
I'll finish something. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll go in the rogue shop and use this to I'm not gonna ask questions. Not gonna ask questions. No, let's go into this building and do it.
Greetings.
Oh, it's not a person. Are you a person?
You need something?
Oh, damn, you can just buy bags.
Go with honor, friend.
What are you? Oh, you're a druid. Here. Have that. Okay. Hey, I got Mark. Hell yeah. Okay, that looks fine. Guess the next, Wasn't me, was it? Okay, no, it's fine. Here, take int before you go. Oh, they turned around for something. Okay. Oh, I need 520. My mana reading is slow. Going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going. There it is. Yeah, let me just go beat up this guy in the street.
Hey there.
Speak to this person in... Oh.
Have a good one.
This quest is also like a violence quest. That's okay because I have to go to wetlands anyway. What do you have? What is this quest? Journey to the marsh? Oh, fuck you. No. I ain't going there. Good, I have the spells I want. Alright. I'm gonna go to the Ironforge Physician to learn the silk bandages. And then I don't get the... This guy's username is Vengeance. That's not the first time I've seen that, but I like that username. I like that one. The... What's the word I'm looking for here? That's a good question. What is the word I'm looking for here? Oh, awkward. The item that I need to increase my first aid to the next level is in Arathi in an area filled with elite mobs. So it's like, if I can't get to the vendor to buy it, I have to buy it off the auction house. It's like a thing that must be purchased. And yeah, this is the last one from a trainer. These silk bandages. Make one now. Okay. Okay. Oh, is my cooking caps too? Not yet. Stuff I don't have, stuff I don't have, stuff I don't have, stuff I don't have. I need to do more fishing. I need to actually get fishing skill up. That will help a lot. Oh shit, someone's selling Satyr. This be the thing is, like, it's gonna be weird not having, like, enchants, right? Not having spell power, not having shadow power. Not having healing. Those are the raid drop ones. I'm just gonna have the world ones. But I think that'll be useful for, you know, the game. I don't see anyone advertising Agi, though. Speed to boots, fiery, icy, beast, that. Yeah, I don't see anyone talking about Agi enchant. I'll go... I mean, that's like one of the first things I want to farm, is the Agi enchant. Like, you could... Once I'm high enough level to go to Fellwood, maybe I just level up doing Timbermaw rep. Like, I might just do that. Straight up. Because, one, I want to do it anyway. Might as well do it while I'm getting XP for it. And I just love Fellwood as a zone. Maybe my favorite zone. Like, I keep saying it might be that or Silithus or Eastern Plaguelands. But, no, Fellwood's gotta be my favorite. Silithus is a close second. Plaguelands, I think, is third. Like, I'd love to categorize them all equally, but people really love their tier lists and shit. You know, in top 10s and things. So I'd like to say, oh yeah, my favorite zones are, and then just have all 3 be rated the same, but you're like, but if you had to pick one, Felwood. 100% Felwood. Silithus after that. Silithus is freaking amazing. Okay. Now we have another dangerous little quest to do. It's like, why don't you walk outside with me? And I'm like, kapow! And they're like, oh shit, you brought a gun!
You need something? See you later. See you around.
You need something? Can I help you?
Oh my god, he's level 34. I can do it. Okay, that's not a good way to start this fight. If I have to bail, I can. Oh shit. Oh, he quit. He quit. Alright, yeah, I have a gun. Shut up. Okay. He's like, alright, you got me. I was being a little shit. Where does he respawn at? Then return to... Yeah, okay.
How are you? Safe travels.
Okay. All that stuff happens, and then you go to this dude.
Greetings.
Hendel. Oh.
For Alliance.
Isn't that guy, like, right over here? Right? The dwarf, right? Isn't he just like... No, it's the same guy.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Oh no, different person. Find Commander Samuel in Dustwallow Marsh. No.
See you later.
I'm not going to Dustwallow Marsh. I hate that zone so much. That zone's fucking annoying. It's like shitty Azara. It's like shitty Ashara. Dustwallow Marsh is shaped stupid. It's annoying to navigate. It's a fucking swamp. Just, no, I don't like anything about it. I don't like Dustwallow. And, like, you have to go there for a raid, Onyxia. For another dungeon, Upper Blackrock Spire Key. And you need to go there for a mage quest for actually a couple good items. I think you get the Celestial Orb and the Ice Wand from Tabitha. But that place fucking sucks, and I hate it. I don't want to go there. I'll go back there at 60, just for the orb. Okay. And talking about the zone having a shitty layout, Ashara also has a shitty layout. But it's, looks great. It's got a little bit more texture. It's not quite as flat to it. And there's just kind of more fun things going on in Ashara. The story, okay, the plot in Dustwallow is kind of cool, because it continues the Missing Diplomat conspiracy quest chain, which is really great. And it has its own couple of cool little stories in it. And when I say there's, like, more interesting things going on in Ashara, I mean, like, enemy variety type of stuff. Plus, you get, like, thorium and, like, high-level mats from Ashara, even though it is also shaped stupidly. We're gonna fight it? Okay. Have int. Yeah, I'm putting on. I'm like, I think that's part of the reason why I feel like I'm falling behind in like levels compared to the zones I'm in, is because I'm not doing dungeons, and there are certain, like, I'm not doing dungeons, I'm not doing elite quests. Being very cautious, and yeah, I guess that's why I'm kind of dragging behind a little bit. I'd bet I'm like 2 levels off that I could be, because Dead Mines is usually like the dungeon Dead Mines and the dungeon stockades, plus the elite quest. Yeah, I'm probably like 2 levels behind what I could be at if I had done those. But I have significant trust issues that have only gotten worse with time, and people proving that I should have them. Which is sad. You'd think it would get better. No, I've only learned that it's actually worse than I think. I'm trying to be better for other people. I'm trying to keep better people around, but it's still really not working out the way that I want. It's mostly anyone that I do, like, try to do a professional project with, whether it's like I'm gonna go work for them or they're gonna do some work for me. That shit just goes wrong. So the amount of faith that I have in other people to do things is so incredibly low. It's making it kind of tough, both in video games and hobbies, and like outside of it in the working world. But there's just limits to what I can do. Like, I've been complaining about like a hobby thing that I'm trying to do and trying to turn into a business someday, because it's clearly not in a business state right now. But I keep treating it like it, because if you don't take it seriously, then it won't be serious, kind of vibe. And I learned to draw at an okay level. I'm a starter at it. I can do some stuff that's pretty cool. But I don't have a lot of, like, there's not a lot of variance in what I can do. I don't know a lot of things yet. But within the very narrow range of stuff I can draw, it looks cool. People have only said nice things about it. No one said anything like bad. I mean, people have said things that are critical about it. Like, hey, this shading is not so great here. Hey, you can do this blend better. But it's all been very much, hey, here's what you can do better. No one's been like, hey, this is just bad. Which means I must be doing really well. But yeah, people have been really nice about, like, identifying weak points in my art and whatnot. I kind of want to buy that life root.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Ovi needs skill points. She can have that. Mail that to her. I have so many potions. So yeah, doing elite quests and dungeons and still not my thing. I don't even really like joining parties with people in the exterior world. I've only done it a couple times. And like both times it's been kind of sketch. People aren't really exhibiting caution the way that I am. I mean, I'm overdoing it, I think. By taking it to like an extreme. I think I'm overdoing it somewhat. But hey, it brings me an amount of peace, which is something that I have in really short supply in the world. And I think other people have it in even less of a supply by a massive margin. There are like critically bad things happening to peace globally right now, which is not fun to think about. I'm not really in a position to do much about it, though, which kind of sucks. Done motor. What the there's quests here? What in the shit? Oh, these are these all elite quests?
Got my attention. Safe travels. You got my attention.
Yeah, these are elite quests.
How are you?
Yeah.
Safe travels.
Skip all of that. Yeah. Nope. Would you like to do elite quest? No. Bye. Don't ever lose my number. Okay, now stop casting for a little bit. I have to do the... What is this? Oh no, that's, I guess, just part of the map. Okay, so we have go to Arathi, and we have go to South Shore. Why is South Shore red, though? It's yellow to go to Arathi, but going to South Shore is red, and South Shore is in a lower level zone. But maybe it's because of how PvP hazardous that place is. Really sucks to leave Duskwood behind, though. I really, really like that zone. It's just like one day of doing Duskwood. Oh well. I have the Plague Lands to look forward to, and Silithus and Fellwood, and Desolus. I like Desolus too. It's kind of a shitty zone. To be like, you know, critical of it. I think Desolus is kind of a shitty zone, but I like it. Yeah, I think Desolus kind of sucks, and I think Mara sucks. I think their design is not great. Quests in them are awkward, but I think they're okay for whatever reason. Yikes, level 36? Holy shit. That's level 30 over there. So don't go across the river. Yeah, why is this a level yellow quest? To go to Arathi. I'm gonna go to Hillsbrad and see if I can get a level out of that. Or two. Level 33 Plains Creeper. So I guess the left half of Arathi is a reasonable level. There's Refugee Point on the map. I spent a lot of time in Refugee Point. Because that's where the Arathi Basin Battleground instance portal is. And, people hated me so much for what I did in PvP that they tried to stop me from PvPing. So they killed the they killed the Battle Master so I couldn't queue for games, so I had to go to the instance portal itself, which they are physically unable to destroy. And the frame that I appear out of an instance, out of a PvP instance, I would reappear back in the instance portal and automatically get the dialogue to get put back in the queue. And it happened the frame I arrived, and you physically could not kill me fast enough to prevent me from joining the queue. Like, 0 frame. I would have to, it might not have been possible. And they just couldn't stop me, so I just stayed there for a week, dying in the instance portal. But I completed my project. I wanted to play 1,000 games of Arathi Basin and have it all be, like, recorded in a spreadsheet to see how well I did. And, turns out I'm better than most people. There are people better than me, though, to be very clear. But yeah, it turned out I did really well with that. My teammates caused me to suffer so much, I quit team-based PvP as a result.
What can I do for you?
Like, alright, take this quest and go all the way to Arathi, and like, and then what? I'm not even gonna mess with these. Did I pick up the flight path? It doesn't show up in the chat log. Okay.
See you around.
Alright, now I'm going to South Shore. That's the next thing to do. Then see if there's quests in Hillsbrad I can do to get to level 32. Then maybe I'll come to Arathi after that. Like, I know the game was like, you can go here in 1,000 Needles, and I'm like, I don't want to go down that elevator. That's how you die. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Arathi zone. But, I mean, I'll go anywhere in the game. Just, maybe not in a hardcore challenge until I'm a higher level. Right? I feel like there's no zones that I expressly avoid. Let me think about that for a second. Like, are there zones that I just do not like going to, no matter what? In any expansion of the 3 that I played. No, well, I guess I'll count Legion also. Are any zones that I actively try to stay out of? Stranglethorn Vale. Yeah, that's the worst zone in the game. That place shit. The layout's annoying. And, like, it's not even the enemy density. It's just, I don't like the quest flow in it. I don't like the layout of it. It's too big. Yeah, I don't like doing anything in STV. Stranglethorn Vale. Nope. Yeah, that's one I skipped that. The first time I played. I think I skipped that the second time I played. Like, I don't remember really questing there in Classic. I just don't like that zone. Yeah, that's the one that I, like, dodge really hard. Like, there's other zones that I'm not really into. Like, it's not... It can't be argued. There are great quests in the Stranglethorn Vale. It's very good for XP. It's a very useful zone, but it's just... I don't like it. The idea that later on in the game it was divided into 2 zones, I feel like that kind of supports my argument that that zone is too much. Goldthorn. Okay, so I don't get that until level 30 zones. That's where Ovi can get skill points again. Ovi's kind of capped for skill because she can't get access to the higher level herbs yet. She's only level 29. Maybe she'll be 30 soon. Very hopeful for her. I haven't made a new character in a long time. And Ovi is my first new character. Now, when I say new character, I mean new character in anything. Like, I play a lot of Dungeons & Dragons. But I don't really get to play as those characters very much. The NPCs that I make in my games, I don't really get to play as them. Like, I create, like, I create an individual scene or 2 for them. And then I write out the backstory to what builds up to it for context on my own. Just as a writing exercise to get me caught up with where my character is mentally. Because it helps me perform the character. So yeah, I have made characters recently in that sense. Like Billiam Multurion, who's a warlock. And, you know, I made that character for D&D. But I don't play as them. Like, I build them, I use them for a couple of narrative purposes, and that's kind of it. Then they're over. I haven't made a new character to be as in... Oh, holy shit. I need to stop and think about that, like, seriously for a little bit. When did I create a new character to play as? I think, like, my XCOM characters. What was that, 2021? Is that when I was playing XCOM? Most recently? I was doing that heavily modded playthrough? Yeah. So, 2 years... I'm gonna round up. Let's say 2.5 years. Yeah, 2.5 years ago was the last time I made characters to be. Because that's where... It's just where a bunch of characters I made up came from. I'm not gonna even get on the road after this bridge. I'm just getting the hell away from that. I'm gonna go diagonally to South Shore, because it's like level 20 stuff here. So, I think, yeah, the high end of Hillsbrad I can do. I think I missed out on, like, the early Syndicate quests. We'll see what happens. Yeah, level 26. Okay, yeah, there's still stuff for me to do in Hillsbrad. Probably should have crossed the bridge first. Would have been the... Ooh! Okay, I can do fishing here. A smart thing to do. I need skill points. Uh-oh, I see a dead Horde player, and that's South Shore. I bet they got guards and got owned. That's very sad. Let's do some peaceful fishing. I found a beer. I got a beer in the game, and I have a beer on my desk. I found a box with money. This is a great fishing spot. Go in the pool. There you go. I probably can't level fishing just off fishing nodes. I might have to actually sit and grind it to an amount, because I should be at 150. Or 155 is where I should be by my level. Your level times 5 is what your skill should be. And you can get trade skills way out ahead of your level, which is nice. I like that. I think that's really good design. So it's like, oh, my skill is beyond what I should be capable of right now. Like, that's cool. That's like a nice, like, rewarding thing. Really neat. And it's like, I've done so well, I've surpassed what people expect of me. Oh, I shouldn't have sold that other bolt of cloth. Oh well. Go in the water. Go in the water. There you go. That spider on my left. Look at that. Look at that foot. Whose toes are those? Whose toes are those? I'm like 15 points behind. But yeah, the guards in South Shore are hella aggressive. Like, the guards in South Shore fuck hard. You don't want to come anywhere near this shit as a Horde player. And it's like the same thing. Like, there's... I don't want to go past the road in a certain direction anywhere near Tar and Mill. This is where PvP used to happen back in the day, before there were battlegrounds. Like, before there was, like, an organized place to do PvP at, this is where PvP happened. You just go back and forth between here and South Shore.
Looking for something specific?
Oh. Ooh, a real mana pot. I'm okay. Need it. I don't need that. I don't need the damn sagefish. I don't need this
See you later.
plant, or not plant, spider part. Okay, so,
King's honor, friend.
Goshek Farm, Arathi.
For the Alliance.
I know all about the Goshek Farm. It was so good that they had to nerf it. It was a really good spot for mages to do AoE farming at.
See you
And it was actually so good that they nerfed the absolute shit out of it. Hold on, this. Where is this? Hold on. Costly Menace. Hold on. This one? No, this one. Okay. This right here. This guy is like, hey, I got transferred from the Stormwind Guard to South Shore. You know. Red Path, that name. The Red Path family quest line is real good, and it's real sad. Like, holy shit. So some of the writing in this is pretty good. And he's like, man, I don't want to do this shit-ass job in this shit-ass place, but fucking Red Path's a hard ass and wants me to do stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, Red Paths is
What can I do for you?
turtle meat. Oh, is this Soothing Turtle Bisque? The reason I remember Soothing Turtle Bisque is because I was like, what the hell is a bisque? Like, I was like 18, you know, and I didn't know that that was a type of soup. I was like, what the hell is a bisque? Soothing Turtle what?
You need something? Safe travels.
Okay, what's in here?
Hey there.
Poison, potions, and regents.
See you
The
around.
regent vendor, that's good to know. What are you? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. Wait, what? Oh, the chairs back there are clickable, okay.
What can I do for you?
Some paladin looking dude. I'm in here. Oh, there's a book. There's books. There's lore just hidden in the world. Oh, the quest is called Soothing Turtle Bisque, even. I didn't even read it. But you get a cooking recipe. Who are you? You're a warrior? I'm indifferent
Can I
about you.
help you?
Crushridge Ogres. No, that's an
See you
elite
around.
quest. I'm not fucking around with that. I do like that quest in that area.
You need something? Good day to you.
But I'm not
Well met.
about that. Kill the syndicate people. Okay. Oh, that's up in Alterac. Okay. Let's continue looking around. My goal is to, oh, it's freaking 4 a.m.
Have a
My
good
goal is to get to 32. If I can, before I quit today.
What can I do for you?
A Hillman's cloak. That's the leatherworking bullshit. Yeti fur, fine thread, wool.
Or the Alliance?
We'll see if there's any Hillman's cloaks on the auction
Good day
house.
to
If there's
you.
not, I'm gonna ditch that quest. Oh, Sagefish Delight. I already know those.
How are you?
Everything cool in your inventory? No.
See you later.
Maybe I build this type of house in Valheim next time I play Valheim and see if anyone notices that I'm just copying the World of Warcraft in. That would be cool. Actually, that's so stupid, but whatever. Any quests out here? What about you? You have a
Hey there.
quest?
Have a good one.
Step on up.
Oh shit. Fishing? Fishing? Fishing?
Have a good one.
Cooking? What? Could have been doing things with those things that I caught this whole time? There's fishing nodes here? Okay, hold up. Alright, stop everything. It's time. Got shit to do. I have to go down? Do I have to go down there for these? I do. There we go. Got it. Guess we're doing fishing. For the next, I don't know, some minutes, because there's 3 nodes right here at the freaking base. I don't even know what a firefin snapper does. Like, when the firefin snapper goes in your inventory, what does it do? Does it smile? Does it show its butt? Like, it's doing something in my inventory and I don't know what it's doing. Oops. I accidentally pressed the button again. Look at that. There's someone out there chopping murlocs. Look at them go. When they're level 38, they outlevel him. Okay, good. I was like, what's a warrior doing in 1v2? It's a little sketch. Had to make sure they were doing okay. I saw someone else fishing up over there. Pretty sure I just saw a bobber in the water in the top left of the screen. Gotta watch your whole screen. Another box. Hey, a stamina ring. I mean, I feel like I could use that on a different character, but I'm trying to stay alive, so might as well just equip that shit. Because the thing is, once you get one character up to the level cap, it's really easy to just buy gear for your other characters. Like, I was just kind of giggling and having a fun time leveling two characters kind of about the same time as each other. But it is just faster overall if you level one character up first and then use that one to fund the other ones leveling up. And here I was, like, literally talking about how I was worried about my fishing skill. There's another fishing node over here, and those murlocs are dead. So it should be okay to give this a go. Not so zoomed in now. After I clear these three, I'll, proceed on my quest. Maybe I'll find more of this along the river as I'm going looking for turtles. Oh, I can catch Stranglekelp. Oh, hell yeah. That's for Ovi. That's for Maywix. Locked chest.
It's locked.
Oh. I know who that goes to. That goes to Anaj. An Anaj fan character. Go in the water. There you go. Okay, we go back to it looks like. So my power's up, back powered up. Still wearing this Halloween outfit. This giant cardboard mask for 2 days. That shit's so funny to me. Oh yeah, I gotta put in that stamina ring. There we go. I'm about to lose a bunch of health because Power Word's gonna fall off. Okay, that warrior seems like they cleared out a lot of this area. Are these the ones that are on my list? Yes, Tide Hunters and Oracles. He's level 38. He has that under control. That's a nasty group of Murlocs over there. Excuse me? Wow, that's a lot of resists. Kinda hate that. That's a lot of resists. Okay. I kinda hope that guy wants to fuck up the camp. We could do it as a team. Holy shit, are you serious? Freaking Murlocs. Oh, there's respawns over here. Let's chop those up now. One swimming out there. That guy's doing okay. Okay, I'm gonna need to stam against these. I know who gets that lockbox.
It's locked.
That goes to Gandair. That's the whole point of making that rogue, is because I wanted a lockpick character. And the person I played D&D with was like, hey, if you make a rogue, let me know. I might make one too. And I'm like, bet. One over there can spend pretty close. Just stand away from those Murlocs. Do this little section here. Hey, you got a skill point. So fishing is a skill that can go to 300, but there's a lot of buffs you can get to your fishing. I think with all the buffs that you can get in the game, it can go to 425, if I'm not mistaken. Fishing gets stupid. I don't know what it was that Blizzard did with fishing when they made it, but man, that shit was insane. A paladin from the sea once told me that the best fishing spots were guarded by Murlocs, and I think they were right. They were very wise. Oh, okay. I was gonna help them, but it looked like they had a team going there. Still getting fish out of this. That's good. Making me a little nervous how long it's taking to do all this. Oh, I got another box. With more wool. Yeah, if I can find a Hillman's cloak on the auction house, do that quest. Or I'm watching the fight in my upper right of the screen at the same time.
I'm out of range.
Here we go. Peel some of that aggro off of him. Run back to here. You always keep running until you're out of combat. You stop before then, that's how the enemies catch up and kill you. Okay, let's resume questing. Now that our fishing interlude is finished. Caught some fish, I know what they do. So do I have a cooking thing for that? No, I need mithril head trout and greater sagefish for cooking. Or rock scale cod. So not that one. Yeah, that's a dead one. Oh, that respawned where I was fishing. Or I want to see what this guy does. Because...
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
There you go, you can take the one that's left. Oh! That is a new one that just immediately showed up out of nowhere. Okay.
That spell isn't ready. That's still charging.
Okay. That one's on me. And that one over there respawned. And that guy fought the other one. That sucked. And there's a respawn. That one respawned right on top of my character and got caught in a frost nova as it was spawning. That was really shitty luck. Still a couple buttons I could use though. I finished this quest just without like getting out of sight of the freaking town. I was like, oh yeah, I go up and down the coast and kill murlocs, and it's like, I might not make it very far. Purple Gloves, the Owl, Int, Spirit. Yo, that's better than what I got. That shit on right now. Tangy clam meat I can still get skill points off of. So this is a caster. Going to be in counterspell range, and then do the red-blue counterspell. Oh, no, why the fuck did you run? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, probably because I mouse turned, didn't I? I need to keyboard turn that next time. Okay, that dude's over there. Killed that thing. I got a stam buff. Wow. Okay. I'm like so scared some shit's gonna spawn around me during this. As it probably will. I gotta listen for the audio cue. New spawn right there. We'll kill it after this. After this cast. Or this catch. Whatever. Okay, there's two there. Dead body. This quest is dicey, but we're going. Zoom my camera out a little bit more. See that one over there. Freaking me out. A lot of fishing spots over here. Okay, I'm probably not going to get to 32 in this video. It's awkward. Mostly I just wanted to see if my character was still alive after that disconnect. And get all the way moved out to the next area. I think that one's close enough to count. Oh, it's gonna see me. It's gonna see me. It left. Wow. Convenient. Okay, now I gotta get rid of that one.
Still recharging.
And I'll get rid of this one while I'm at it. Oh, please don't swim out of range. Oh, it didn't.
Far away.
It didn't cast, so it didn't counterspell. This fight's gonna suck. I'm not going over there to loot that. That shit is not worth it. Looks like I can get one more fishing cast on that. Whatever loot that thing has, not worth it. It's like, what if an epic drops? It can't at this level. Next question. Like, the lowest level epic in the game is level 32. That's level 30 enemy, so it won't drop that. Pretty sure it's level 32. Might have that fact memorized incorrectly. There we go. Put that right in the middle of the wreckage. I'm so glad I can catch Strangle Kelp. I really need that for alchemy on Ovi. But I don't like to go underwater because, you know, if you disconnect underwater, you get killed. That loot's not worth it. I gotta give that up. XP is what I needed. Ooh, I got healing pots there. Nice. Okay, that was great. Okay, can I get close enough for this one? Yes. This. This. Let's have this sequence go correctly. So I do this. Yeah. There's fish over here, but there's also a Murloc hut. It's dangerous. So if I stand off to the side here.
I don't have a target.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this first. There are a couple of these mobs. Do the same thing with this one. Ah, beautiful frostbite proc. Ew, ew, that's an oracle. It's like right in my face. I mean, I need it for the quest, so it's cool. But really shitty spawn. I get my stamina food. Turtles is a really chill one to do. I have dampened magic up, and one of those blasts me for 100. I'm a little upset. No, wait. Fireball for... Ooh, yikes. Okay, Tidehunter first. Then we go for the Oracle. Fire Blast rolled really high on its damage. Okay, Fireball first. Frostbolt in the time it takes to... Because I can get a Frostbolt cast in before it gets its Lightning Bolt cast off, so then I have time to counterspell it in the last half second that it has before it actually activates. I got a Frostbite proc, which is great, so I think I just follow this up with Scorch and it dies. Man, I know how to PvE. I have a lot to learn about PvP still. Just because I don't do consumable PvP, and there's a lot of matchups I want to practice on, but I'm pretty good at this PvE thing. Passing knowledge checks all over the place. Still don't know why my audio crackles. I don't. Whatever. The stream's for my friends, not for business. Turn that back on. Okay. I want that fish. I want that fish. Looks like I cleared enough though to be able to get to it. That tide hunter though down there? Nah, that one's gone. Another node there. And after this, it's probably best to get into the plains or the forest or whatever you want to call it, rather than be out here facing the murlocs down. I don't know what I use Firefin Snapper for, though. I've been catching it, and I don't know what it do. But I'm going to have some by the time I need it, I guess. Just one of the main things that I want is to be able to be a high enough level for Winter Squid. But I'm paying like a lot of attention to the screen while this is going on. Okay. Kill this Oracle. I need to make sure I'm in counterspell range for this to work. See, I cast a Fireball, but I don't have enough time to cast a second Fireball, but I do have enough time to cast a Frostbolt. And then it hasn't finished its long, like 3-second lightning bolt cast by the time that's over, so I can counterspell it and make it walk towards me. That's how that sequence works. Counterspell interrupts the cast of a target spell, so that they don't get to complete it, which means they don't get to use it against you. Now I just need one more Oracle. Looks like there's one up there that I can get on the way out. Unless one spawns on me or something dumb. Message in a bottle. Oh, an Agi scroll. Very helpful. Like that. Agi gives dodge. Hey, right in the middle of it. Sort of. Depends on what angle you're looking from. A lot of catches with no skill point. I mean, I know it slows down after a while, but I'm not anywhere close to cap. I'm not even halfway. I had to check and make sure there was nothing around me. I spent so much time traveling this level. My XP is really low. Hey, silk cloth though. Go in the water. Oh, that one was in it and I took it out. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how close it actually has to be. But getting leathers is good because you don't get leather as a tailor very much. Unless you buy it from the auction house. So really the only places you get it are from chests. Like these. Okay, so we blast this thing and then we get out of here. We get into counterspell range. Then we red, then blue, then counterspell. There we go. Quest completed. Another tiny clam meat for my troubles. Okay, I need to determine what I'm going to do next. I'm going to kill this bear while I do it because I want points. Killing a bear is much better than a murloc. When my mana is spent, I got something for it, and I can look at my list. What is this? Oh no, that makes me go to Arathi. So it looks like I'm going to do turtles next. I just missed a quest hub. There's no way the quests here are all yellow. Not with so many enemies being green to me. Okay, I guess we do turtles next. That's what the game's telling me. Let's make sure to shoot my way to town for points.
I'm out of range.
Can't see with all this crap in the way.
I need to get closer.
That's a awkward frostbite. Can't see what I'm doing. Crisp spider meat. Pigman cow is just dead up here on a hill. That's a little sad. What took them out? Probably a South Shore guard ran all the way up here, I would bet.
It's too far away.
I'll rebuff Int in town. I'll get the spider first for points. Give me the points. So the reason for using Scorch there is because I know I'll get spell pushback if I tried to full cast a Frostbolt. So instead, I cast Scorch to not get pushback. And it's usually at low enough health that sometimes it'll kill him.
I can't carry
Oh, my inventory is blah blah blah. What do you mean? Wait, hold on. You can do that just fine. Get rid of this. I get a new conjured food at the next level. I guess I'll go over here, turn this in, then I'll go do turtles. Take me all the way up a river and back.
What can I do for you?
Sell, that. the bear paw, all that can go.
Be careful.
Crap! Okay, whatever. I gotta conjure 2 of those and do int, so I need 600 times, so I need 1100. And 20. Not quite. Okay. Five less than that. No, 10 less than that. I ended up with a nice amount of mana. Okay. Let's go in here and turn in this quest. Up, dude.
What can I do for you?
Okay. Red Path wasn't satisfied with all the Murlocs. He wants to see Murloc heads. Oh no. Let's see. The Western Strand? He's like, hey, I know you killed a bunch of Murlocs, but he doesn't believe us. So could you just go kill them again? My guy, what? Alright. I guess we'll just go straight back to Murlocs. But since all the fishing nodes are expired, it should go quicker. I just need 10 Murloc heads. How hard could that be? And then I'm here for 45 minutes. Yeah, this is the Western Strand, so... Oh yeah, Headless Murloc. Blah! It might be. That's just my guess is 35 minutes. Because I feel like that's always how it is with quests. Just when you think it's like, oh yeah, it'll just take a few minutes to do it, and then all of a sudden you're online for another half hour. Or worse. I'll just do trade skills real quick, and then an hour and 15 minutes pass. The quest where you have to pick up one item. True! Absolutely true, Penumbra. You are right. That is definitely the case. I need to be closer to this thing. Okay. Actually, no. I'll just stop the cast now. Pristine Yeti Horn. That shit lives rent-free in my head. And Sitta's Bag from Wetlands. Yeah, Pristine Yeti Horn in Hillsbrad is the one. And then Sitta's Bag in Wetlands is the one from the Oozes. I need to rebuff my stamina food. But I haven't done all the Wetlands quests. Oh, it does have a few of them. The Raptors? Yeah, I haven't done all the quests in Wetlands. There are some that I skipped because anything that looked even like the tiniest bit sketchy, I'm like overly paranoid because I'm playing on a hardcore server. So anything that like freaked me out even a little bit, I just didn't. Oh, wrong cast sequence, whatever. Anything that was a little sketchy, I just didn't mess with. So I've skipped a lot of elite quests. A lot of quests just took me into areas of zones I didn't like. I've done all the quests once, but I don't necessarily remember them all because I went back at level 60 and did all the quests once. But since I didn't do them at the level that I was supposed to be, I didn't remember them nearly as well. What are you playing, if I can ask? I got a mage and a priest I'm working on. I'm thinking about leveling up a rogue for lockpicking. Just so I have, like, multiple different characters to play. In case one bites it. So I can just switch to another one that I'm already playing. Hunter? Dude, hunters are great. I like how they are always treated as being like a meme for being like unintelligent and dumb. But Hunter is one of the best classes in the game. For what, you know, unless you're trying to like compete for top DPS, right? But I just mean like for ease of gameplay and pulling cool tricks in PvE and PvP. It's a great class. I was watching a PvP tournament. I don't know if you follow stuff like that on the internet or not, but there's a permadeath like Matt Gora PvP tournament, and watching the hunters in that was quite an event. Oh, that's a brilliant frostbite proc on that. I like that. Yeah, I'm like a career mage. I've done a 1 to 60 mage. This will be my 5th one. I'm just excited for this, like, challenge. It's like a thing I haven't done yet in World of Warcraft. Like, no, I've never done a deathless run. One of my friends kind of, like, talked me into it. I was like, sure, I don't have anything going on with work from November to January. I'll buy 3 months of game time, see what I can do. Start up during the Halloween event, get the wands, get the wands, and get the free apples for stamina really helps leveling up. Ooh, spirit, I'll take that. Put that on right away. Got 1 Murloc head out of all that. Yikes. It goes south incredibly quick. From the 200 players I know that I've... Not that I know well, but the 200 players that I've spoken to, they describe it the exact same way. Hunter is really chill, and all of a sudden, it just goes downhill, and it's not good. I feel like on... Like, when you're just looking at it normally, it sounds like Hunter would be really safe, because you have a pet and feign death. But one feign resist, and that shit can be so over. And that's really scary. Because you don't have disengage options as a hunter. I mean, not that disengage isn't a spell, right? But you don't have gap creators. You gotta scatter and kind of like trap and run and hope, you know. Not hope, because it's easy to position things, I think, for hunter traps in PvE. But you don't have like a blink or a fear or something that is like guaranteed to create distance and push an enemy away or carry you away from them. Like I have that same concern for rogue. I started leveling up a rogue and I realized that all my cool CC still leaves the enemy right next to me. It doesn't really give me distance. I got sprint on a rogue, thank goodness. Sprint on a rogue, blink on a mage. On a priest, I have literally praying. Well, no, I have, excuse me, I have sight screen, which also creates space between me and an NPC. I've been having a good time with it so far. There's been a lot of knowledge checks in the game about enemy abilities and positioning and things like that. It's been a lot of fun. I just put off Armored Core 6 for like January. Play that at the beginning of the year instead. Get some mana. But yeah, this Murloc head quest at the pace that it's dropping, this will probably be the last thing I do this stream. I'm just glad that I survived the disconnect earlier. I figured since I have it on, I might as well play some. I just want to hug this side as best I can. Okay, so I can get this one out, I think, without it aggroing that camp. Especially if it walks over there, yeah. There's a lot of health. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that camp. I watched a level like 40 warrior bail out from that camp. 40? No, it was a 40 priest and a 38 warrior. They pulled that whole 6. And then they just left so quick. Like they started to fight it for a little bit and then they just ran. Okay, so I got 2 Murloc heads.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Ooh, 24. That's still like it's rough. That's a tough one. I think I've done. I just did a slash plate earlier, and I'm at 50 hours on this character, so I'm probably close to the same thing on my priest. My priest, I use rested XP on my priest a lot though, so it's probably a little bit less on her. But this guy here is at about 50 hours. Like, I have the talents to do AoE pulls, but instead of doing, like, 5 and 6 pulls, I do 3s. Just to be, extra safe. Because a 9-mob pull in, like, Raven Hill could go so bad. Don't you dare. Okay. I know that they, I guess not know for sure, but I've heard from multiple sources that they've really nerfed, like, AoE farming. And that wasn't my plan for hardcore anyway. But I don't know at what level the XP drops off for multiple mobs. Or how they, like, did that. But I've just heard from multiple people that, like, oh yeah, AoE farming's nerfed. And I'm like, cool, I didn't plan on AoE farming, but I still want to be able to get, you know, camps. Like a 5 camp at a, you know, tents or whatever. Still want to be able to at least do that. And so far I've been able to do that. I haven't noticed any change there. So it might be something like with spawn rates or specific locations or something. I haven't looked it up because it hasn't been in my plans. I've done it before on previous mages I've made. But I'm really on a quest run right now. Because when I went and did all the quests in the classic re-release of it, I was kind of on a time limit. I was kind of like moving as quick as I could, so I waited until level 60 to go back and do quests. So I never really got a sense for how difficult any of the quests are. So now I'm doing quests at like the level you're supposed to do them. As opposed to just running through here at level 60 and arcane explosioning everything. And that's where I've been having a lot of fun with it. As I was on a time limit in Classic, like, we didn't know how long the game would exist. Like, oh, how long until Blizzard decides that they shut this down or whatever, you know? So I was trying to get everything done as quick as possible because I didn't know how long I would have to actually play. And this time around, I'm like, well, I'm cool. There's like era servers and stuff, so it seems like they're keeping things around to an extent, so I'm not as worried about it. I peel this one. Okay, I want to pull it further away. Hey, the Frost Nova worked. I think these are resistant to frost. Wrath is getting axed? Yeah, that kind of sucks. I didn't go back for Wrath because I felt like I did really well in Wrath the first time. that it was the first time it existed, right? You know, I went through Ice Crown. You know, I had heroic weapons on my warrior. I did it with both my Alliance Mage and my Horde warrior. So I feel like I did really well in Wrath. I didn't really feel like going back. Especially because I didn't want to do reps again. Was the main thing. Is like, I don't want to do reps again. And then, you know, Burning Crusade was the same thing. Like, I went through all Burning Crusade, you know, killing Illidan as a Fury Warrior, doing 2,000 something DPS on Terran Gorefiend that I can't remember. And that kind of like... So here's a little World of Warcraft story. Which is, I've been telling stories while I've been, like, playing through this hardcore challenge. In Burning Crusade Classic re-release, I was like, oh yeah, I would love to play my warrior again. And then, when I went back to play it, I didn't have Death Wish. Because they were playing on the last patch of Burning Crusade. Where they had switched the arms and Fury talent, Death Wish and Sweeping Strikes. I had done Black Temple, like, raids all the way up through Black Temple with Death Wish. And then it's like, oh, but now you do all the raids again, but you don't have Death Wish talent. So I'm like, where the fuck is my DPS gonna come from? I mean, you'd still do good damage as a Fury Warrior, but, like, not having Death Wish was just, like, a bad vibe for me. Because I made that warrior specifically to kill Warlocks, because they gave my Mage so many problems in Vanilla WoW. So I was like, well, you know, I'll just, I never did certain quests and things. I'll try it out anyway. And going back to it, not being able to be the spec that I wanted to do, and then having people be very, like, the social aspect of Burning Crusade Classic just didn't vibe with me, because people were really ignorant about the game. Which didn't make sense to me, because people like to meme about the game being solved and knowing everything about it. But when I played, that was not the case. People told me Fury tanking was dead. Well, I tanked all of Kara as Fury Prot just fine, the same way I did the first time I played it. And they told me that Fury Warriors weren't good damage in Burning Crusade, and I'm like, I used to do 2,000 plus DPS on Terran Gorefiend in Black Temple. And then, months and months and months later in Phase 6, like, oh man, Warriors are so good, but no one's playing Warriors anymore, all the Warriors quit. It was just, like, the vibe was not there. So I didn't play BC Classic. I really like the Burning Crusade rule set, though. I like the dungeons. Like, Heroic Shattered Halls is one of my favorite dungeons of all time. I really liked the raids. Were all really cool. I didn't like that it was a 10-man into 2 one-boss 25s. That shit was lame. Okay, technically Gruul's was 2 bosses, but people... That boss sucked. But I got to be my warrior again and, you know, have a good time for a couple months. But I didn't stick with it. And then when they announced they was just going to upgrade to Lich King, like, oh, there's not going to be a permanent Burning Crusade server. Now hearing that they're not going to do a permanent Wrath server either is like, I know a lot of people that really like Wrath and think that Wrath is like one of the best versions of the game. And a really fair argument can be made for that. I had a great time in Wrath. There were a lot of things about it that I don't like. But I still had a great time with it. So I think that's overall a plus. Is that a 3-pole? Just chilling over there casually? I don't like that. Let's get this Oracle. Oh, a Coast Runner. What the fuck is that? It's not an Oracle? Wait a minute. Are those all melee? I can just AoE that. So not having like a Wrath era is like a little sad. Oh, it's a ranged attack mob. No, thanks. Actually, I can dead zone that and AoE it. Probably shouldn't with my gear, though. Let me do this fishing here. Yeah, I don't think I want to risk it without ice barrier. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about cat. Well, you know what? I didn't really like Cataclysm, but I think it's totally cool to just go back through all the expansions again one at a time. There's people that like it, so why not? Yeah, have a replay of a game that we never thought we would be able to play again. Hell yeah. That sounds cool, actually. I'm not going to play it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that would jump all over that. I just imagined that they would eventually just have a couple servers for each X-Pack. Like, they'd have Classic Era with, you know, maybe, like, 1 PvE, 1 PvP, or, like, 2. Like, a West Coast PvP, West Coast PvE, something like that. You know, 2 or 4 servers. You know, just kind of get them merged down, right? And then do the same thing with BC, the same thing with Wrath, blah, 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 all the way through the expansions. I always thought that'd be a cool thing to do, but maybe the player base isn't actually big enough to support that. Who knows? Only they know the numbers. But I just think it sucks there's not going to be a Wrath era for the people that really enjoy Wrath. That's how I felt about Burning Crusade. I would love to go back to it slowly over time, but not the case since it just upgraded away. It's a little lame. At least there's Classic Era for now. I just kind of wonder long term what the plan is, because they're doing cool things with WoW for once. They're being flexible with it. I'm excited to see what they do post Microsoft acquisition. Like, I'm really hopeful. And the game clearly has staying power with people that have come back to play Classic, and new players that have just come for the hardcore challenge. I hope the Season of Discovery thing is a cool experiment. Because, you know, for better or worse, yeah, I'll try playing like a World of Warcraft randomizer. That's something I was talking with a friend of mine earlier when I was streaming. He stopped by and was talking. And the thing, I'm into video game speedrunning. I really enjoy that. I've been involved in video game speedrunning events. I think it's cool. And not just in speedrunning, but there's a lot of just games that casually have randomizers. Like Pokemon has a randomizer, Elden Ring has a randomizer. And it's just so that the encounters that you get and how you level up is randomized. So it's like an interesting way to play the game, and it's very unpredictable. So I'm thinking of like the Season of Discovery is like that. It's like a first-party set seed World of Warcraft randomizer. I'm gonna go in and shit's gonna be shuffled and weird, and I want to see what's up. Maybe it works out cool, maybe it doesn't. But that's the thing I would really like the most from Blizzard, is just take 6 months of time and be like, hey, we're gonna do this weird stuff with World of Warcraft for the next 6 months. Come try it out. And I think a lot of people would be really interested in that. And I think there's a lot of people that would be interested in it that don't realize that they're interested in it. Because I don't think MMO players necessarily are that familiar with randomizers and the concept of randos in the same way that people from other, like, gaming subgenres are. The thing that would make it, like, really cool for me is if I, like, go into a cave and the layout's different. Or if I go into a zone and the enemies have different abilities. Like, that's the thing that'll make it really cool for me. For the Season of Discovery thing. Just don't make me have to take the fucking Water Elemental as a mage, because I hate pet classes. And that's why I didn't play my mage in Burning Crusade. And I also didn't play it until Wrath, because then in Wrath I could be Arcane. Need 4 more of these damn Murloc heads. But you're right about vanilla having a lot of, like, RPG element to it. There's something that I explained when I was talking to a friend of mine is that in vanilla, you will have a quest, like a, not a quest, but you will have a storyline. And I use the Defias storyline as an example. You will have a storyline that starts in the starting zone in Elwyn Forest. And the Defias gang are present in the next 4 different zones. Well, next 3 different zones, right? Because you start in 1. And so you continue hearing about the Defias as you go through the whole game world. But in the expansions, the stories are just contained to the zone that you're in. And that gets more and more prevalent with each expansion that passes. And I don't really like that. The stories got shorter. There's only one that I really, really liked. And if you haven't played through it yourself, the Suramar storyline in Legion, all the way through all the way through Nighthold, is so good. It's like whoever wrote that and was responsible for the Suramar storyline deserves a fucking award and a job. Because it's really good. Everything involved with Suramar and Legion. And I'm like, why can't all the writing be like that? I can't remember shit else about Legion except that. And it's so good. Like, you talk about, like, Star Wars has Andor, which is like a mini-series. And people talk about how good that is, and I'm like, man, World of Warcraft could cash in. If they did the Suramar storyline as like a 13-episode, hour-long episode series. Yeah, the level pacing is so short, and I don't know, it feels really light. Now, the thing is, I don't think the individual quest quality has gone down very much at all. But the quests don't feel relevant to each other. They feel very one-off. They all feel very isolated, and they don't feel like they relate to each other at all. They don't have these, like, tonal traits that deliver what the vibe of the zone is. Like, it's a good example. Like, anything that's like Royal Apothecary Society in Horde quests, they all have a certain running vibe to them. And I don't feel that type of character in, like, retail quests. But the quests on their own are still cool. I think that's one of the things that WoW does pretty strongly. Like, even in, like, Legion, which was the last most modern expansion that I played. But their overarching story has been an absolute disaster, and I hate every second of it. Every time I, like, hear about it, I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't play that expansion. And I feel like that's not a response you should have to a video game. Man, I'm glad I specifically did not play this video game, because the story's so bad. But the individual quests, I think, have always been done pretty good. There've been some weird hokey ones out there. There's the stray misfires, but overall, I think the individual quests have always been pretty strong. But the overarching story got worse and worse and worse as time has gone on. And man, I've seen some videos on the Shadowlands lore, both taking it seriously and making fun of it, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I missed that. Because I'm a big, big fan of the Forsaken story, and they just, they did bad things with the lore. I try to pretend it doesn't exist after Wrath. Because the way Cataclysm started was really well. I think Cataclysm started off great, and then it went downhill. Pandaria had its own bullshit, and all the Pandaria stuff was, like, I leveled through that in Legion. I played it in Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath, Legion, Classic BC. Or what I played in. And when I leveled up through Pandaria, man, Pandaria seemed great. The story was very different in it, which, alright, sure, whatever. There were some parts I didn't like about it, but I feel like Pandaria was done really well. But I can't speak for, like, the max level stuff, because that was, I didn't play when it was new. I only went and quested through it. But, yeah, everything I heard about Shadowlands is not good, and I really liked the Forsaken story, with Sylvanas being like, I didn't ask to be this, and I'm gonna try to find a way to save these people. To, like, I'm undead Jesus. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, just this weird, like, ultra protagonist thing, and it's just like, what did you do to this character that had a very interesting and compelling story? You just threw that shit in the trash. But it's mostly the gameplay that's gotten me out of World of Warcraft. I can endure some bad story if the gameplay is good. Or I can endure some good story if the gameplay is only okay. But WoW doesn't meet either of those criteria these days, which is, well, I'm not there. Then they're like, hey, we're releasing Classic. I'm like, I never thought I would be able to play an MMO again. So let's go. Like, a video game I never thought I would be able to play again came back from the dead. Like, I played so much of that shit. And then, yeah, I just put it away at the end of Classic for the most part. Not even at the end of Classic, like a few months before the end of Classic. I just felt really good about what I did in it. Did all the raids, did all the quests that I could do. Like, I didn't do the Scarab Lord quest chain, right? But I was with our guild's main tank who was doing it. So yeah, I didn't hit complete quest on it myself, but I was along for the ride for those quests and shit. And yeah, okay, if you want to get super picky, I didn't do, like, the Druid class quest. I didn't play a Druid. I did everything I could on my Mage. I did everything I could on my Mage. And yeah, I felt like I left it in a really good spot and just didn't plan on coming back. And then, oh yeah, but have you ever done Deathless World of Warcraft? I'm like, that sounds stupid. I don't care. And then I just had free time. And then now there's Season of Discovery. That happens to be when I have account time paid for. So I'm like, okay. Alright. Plus Bobby Kodak's leaving the company. I'll give it a try. We'll see what kind of new adventures potentially await. Because, man, if I wanted a story, I would play Final Fantasy XIV. That's got a fucking story. Damn. They did a good job with that game. But I don't like the gameplay in it. That's the thing that I didn't get into. Because I played Final Fantasy XI, and that was just because it was something to do. So I already wasn't really into the Square Enix style gameplay. And then, like, I played more modern Final Fantasy. Like, I played Final Fantasy 13. And, yeah, I'm just not really into the direction that it took. And I like my MMOs more like Warhammer Age of Reckoning, more like World of Warcraft. More like World of Warcraft Classic, less like Retail WoW, less like Final Fantasy 14. More like, like that style. I don't like the MMOs. I don't like the Ultima Online style or the RuneScape style.
I can't carry you.
Ooh. I don't know if I need more lock scales, friend. Give me this box. What's in this box? Give me that bag. What's in that bag?
Inventory is full.
What the hell? I got 10 bolts of wool cloth from these things? Yeah, I guess I'll drop those fish. Whatever. Okay. Back to killing animals. Or whatever these... No, these are people. Rolling hardcore feels massive, dangerous, and engaging. Completely agree. Like, I find myself critically thinking about fights. I find myself planning, like, exit strategies. I'm always looking around. Like, I'm looking around in PvE the way that I would look around in PvP. I'm, like, very aware of what's going on. I'm planning, like, where do I place my character that is in, like, a safer location? I blame that for why I survived that disconnect earlier. It's like I placed myself in a position where there were less enemies. Around, Oh yeah, flying was a disaster. Flying killed the game. Because the world environment no longer mattered once you got flying. It completely nullified everything on the ground. It might as well have not existed. Terrain might as well have just been a completely flat world. Was flying cool? Yeah. It was. Did they build well to account for it? No. Not at all. Not at all. I do like my Azure Nether Drake. Yeah, I quit in Legion. I quit after I got Broken Isles flying. Because then there was just nothing to do. It's literally just log into raid. My reps were all maxed. There was literally nothing to do except my raid lockout. And that would be done in 2 days? We did, you know, we would do, what, Emerald Nightmare, and then whatever that one where Helia was. And then we would do night, and the, like, Hall of Thunder or whatever. Whatever the raid was there. And then the next day we would do Nighthold. And, you know, I got my AOTC, like, ahead of the curve achievements for the raids. And then Tomb of Sargeras was coming out, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't care. We'll say the fights are... the fights are more engaging in modern WoW, but they're so heavily scripted. And people will say, oh yeah, but the ones in Classic are like the same way, and I'm like, not quite. There are abilities that you have to respond to, but it's not so much as literally stand in this quarter of the room, and then stand in this quarter of the room, and then go back to the first quarter of the room. It's like, I at least had control over my own positioning in older World of Warcraft raids. Yeah, oh, I had to dispel things, sure, but it's like, I had control over my own positioning. We could position the raid however we wanted. Stuff like that. And then I think, like, in retail WoW, it's like, I feel like I don't even have control over where I stand. It's just like, only do this the exact way. Which is another reason why I'm not into Final Fantasy 14. Because their raids are very much learn the script exactly, and then execute. And I'm like, I don't know, I kind of want to stand in the room, pick out my positioning, and then fight. But once the game starts controlling your positioning as tightly as it does, that's when I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm good. I don't really feel like I'm doing anything anymore. If I wanted to play a rhythm game, I would play DDR. And I love DDR. I have a dance pad. I have a metal dance pad at my house. And, yeah, if I wanted to play a rhythm game, I would just play DDR in my living room. Yeah, same with Firelands. Yeah, there were some raids I would have loved to do properly that I saw. Like Heart of Fear, I think it was, in Mist of Pandaria. Seems like that would have been really fun to do when it was new. Like, I think that would have been really cool. But I just wasn't there for it. And I'm not interested in playing an entire expansion, leveling up through it, just to do, like, one raid. With people that aren't gonna stick around. Like, I want to put it a little bit nicer than that. But there's not, like, the career WoW players that, like, lounge in an MMO anymore. They you know, people farm the pre-bis, get the parses, and leave. And it's like, man, I want to hang out and, like, rep farm, but there's no rep farms, because you just do all your dailies in an hour and then log out. Instead of being online for, like, 6 hours doing Timberlaw rep, being like, oh, yeah, I'm doing my rep farm today. So you can easily miss someone because they were just on for an hour to do dailies and left. But there were some people that would just get online for 6 hours to do their rep for the whole week. And you'd catch them then and be able to like talk and hang out and maybe do something else with them at the same time. So it's easy. It's like easier to miss people. Not a lot of lounging going on these days. Yeah, there was a lot of spectacle that like you miss out on.
You need something?
And it makes the game a little lame. Okay, what do I got here? Alright, I got all your Murloc heads. Also, thank you for coming by and hanging out. I love being able to just sit around and talk like World of Warcraft with people. Because it's such a big, like, cultural gaming, like, what's the word I want to look for? It's such a big part of, like, the cultural gaming landscape of the last 20 years. There's, like, so much to it.
See you later.
Okay. Hey, man, I found all these heads.
Have a good one.
Deliver these to Marshall Redpath. Okay. Hey, buddy, I got a bag full of heads. Do you believe me now? And, like, the Redpath story in the Plague Lands is, like, so sad.
You need something?
There's some pretty good writing out there.
See you around.
Alright, dude.
Have a good one.
I got your heads.
Be careful.
I'll give you heads because I got it. Okay.
For the Alliance.
On the eastern strand. Oh, so this chains. That's right. That's how I get the quest to go kill the those other people.
Hey there. See you later.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Alright, let me evaluate what I'm doing here. With my inventory. That goes to Maywix. That goes to Maywix. The oils and strangled kelp go to Ovi. I'm gonna cook off those. These go to me. That goes to Maywix. That goes to Maywix. I'm gonna cook that off. Guess those go in my bank. That goes to Ovi. That goes to Maywix. I'm like sorting up what goes to my bank alts or not. I'm gonna click off this clam meat and see how many skill points I get from it. Then I guess I'll mail that off to Ovi too. Ovi is the name of my priest. Hot spices is what I need. Okay, I need 24 of them.
Hello. See you later.
Alright, where's my cooking supplier? Hello? Give me a cooking supplier. You,
need
what do you
something?
have?
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Waitress, do you have spices? I need some salt and pepper.
See you around.
Hello.
Poisons
I
and
supply only the
regents.
finest goods.
I mean, poison's like a spicy, right?
See you
It's
later.
terminally spicy. That's the nice couple. Okay, where could I find what I'm looking for? Maybe I just set my hearthstone
How are you?
here. Hey, innkeeper, do you have spices? I need salt and pepper.
Safe travels.
No? Maybe the butcher? Probably in a different building. Yeah, I think you're right. Go across to where the butcher is. Hey man, I need some salt and pepper for these clams.
What are you looking for?
No?
See you around.
Alright. Let's check this building. Hey, you guys got any salt and pepper in here?
What can I do for you?
Yeah. You were right. 24. Okay.
See you around.
Okay. See if I get any skill points off this. 24 of them. think these are in, like, the bad stage of green, where you just, like, don't get skill ups. So there's green where you kind of still get points, and then there's green where it's, like, good luck. It's still green, but it's, like, fake. Oh, I got one. Okay, got one. Okay. I'm gonna send that stack off to Priest also. Okay, let's do some mail. Okay. That all goes to that character. OV gets all of those. And then my rogue gets the locked box. And then I think everything else is in order. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I can do this quest over here, maybe? I don't know. Is it orange? Let me do turtles and see how close I am to a level. Because I would like to get to 32. And it's 5:30. I gotta bail at 6 a.m. Yeah, because that one's really close. I don't know. I'll check them. How many of these do I need? Is this a kill quest or is this like a drop quest? It's a kill quest. Okay. Maybe this is fine then. Okay, what are you? You have a mana bar. I'm going to guess you're a caster. You are. You're a lightning caster. Okay, I'll just treat you the same way as the oracles then. Okay, I'll go through and get these dagger spine then. That'll be what I do. Alright. Because the turtles are going to have me go all the way up and down that river. And I can do that at the same time as I'm going looking for like the mountain lions and stuff. I'm just going to go with this. Oh, we got fog rolling in now. Okay. Oh, there's fishing here too. I don't think it's possible to have good luck on turtles. Not to make light of your suffering, because that sucks. Oh yeah, that jerk? Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about that. I'd completely forgotten about it. Because as I mentioned, I went and did all the quests, but I did most of them at level 60. So there are like some threats that I encountered that I wouldn't really be aware of how much of a threat they were because I was a high enough level to deal with them. I just know that the Whirlwind Axe quest is out there. I want to level up a warrior and take the Whirlwind Sword just to make people upset. Because the axe is definitely the best one. But I want to get the sword just to make people be like, why did you pick the sword? And just like troll people. Oh yeah, it's every man for themselves in retail. Like, that's one of the things, like, in Legion, I did not need a guild. I was just a random person. I met no one. I mean, I was in a guild for a little bit, but it turns out, like, there was drama and dumb shit that I'm like, I've done that before and I don't care. I just quit. And then I realized I could just get into looking for group and just do, like, heroic raids in just looking for group with people randomly. And all the quests, you didn't even need groups for quests. Not even the elite ones. In Legion, I don't remember grouping up for any quest except for dungeon quests. Whatever the daily dungeon was. And there were just people that I just didn't know because they were from other servers. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I don't have a lot going on right now. I'll play some World of Warcraft because people are saying good things about Legion. You know, I'll meet some new people. It'll be a good time. I met no one. I played it for like 6 months. I met nobody. Not 6 months. 4, I think. And yeah, I met no one. I did meet some people in Classic. Some of them stop by and say hello every now and again, which is nice. But I met no one in Legion, and it's like, for a game that's a social game, that was like really depressing. I went there to meet new people. And it just didn't work out. And it's somehow very difficult to meet people. Like, I played Dungeons and Dragons, and it's hard for me to find players, and people say, oh man, there's always way more players than GMs, it's really easy to fill a game, and I'm like, no, it's not. I've had more games fail to fill than games that have filled, and with doing nothing different. The things that I do to fill a D&D party, whether it succeeds or fails, are exactly the same. Just 6 out of 10 attempts failed. And didn't get any replies. And making the exact same posts, just like no changes, would suddenly fill instantly. And I would leave a post up for like a month and just get no replies. And then other times I leave a post up for a month and I get like 40 replies. And there's no differences in what I ask for from people. I'm like, hey, this is the availability I'm looking for. This is the level. These are the classes, blah, blah, blah. And it's just,
It's too far away.
I don't know how to meet people on the internet anymore. It used to be easy. You just play the same video game as you hang out in voice chat. You find out that they're like a contract attorney in Vermont. And you find out the other guy's a nuclear engineer. Era is not great from what I hear from people. Era is literally kind of for people that just want to check the boxes. You want to get on, do the raids, get the pars, be like, oh yeah, I did it, and then leave. It's tourism. That's a really good way to phrase it. I feel like it's tourism. You go there just to do the thing, say you did the thing, and then leave. Like, you follow the guide, you go to the tourist spot, you get a picture with the pars, and then you leave. This is Dead Zone, this is Shore Hunter, so stop taking damage. But the gameplay in Era is okay. I like it. But I think you're absolutely right, is that people have to be like... this sounds extreme, okay? And I understand that. People have to be forced to talk to each other, or they will not. And I think that's what's happening in Hardcore WoW. People have to be in the same place. But they're still layering, so it's... I don't know. I don't know what exactly to do. Oh, I missed the counterspell. Because it switched into an instant instead of a actual cast time cast. But I mean, even Final Fantasy XIV is like that. Final Fantasy XIV has a more active, like, RP community. But their main community is still people that are aggressively trying to, like, chase meters and stuff. That only log in to do it. I don't know, just the whole gaming culture has really, really shifted these days. But it's like, where do people hang out on the internet? Like, RP spaces are getting less good for a variety of reasons. So it's like I used to meet people in RP environments like Dungeons and Dragons or like MMO RP servers. And at a certain point, I'm like, it might not be the people. Because the people that give that a shot usually enjoy, like, it. But just getting them to give the thing a shot is, like, impossible. So I'm starting to wonder, is it game companies? Is it the way that games are made that is not enabling communities to be constructed? Like, there used to be a really solid community in League of Legends. Because you had community chat rooms in League of Legends that you could make, and they took those out. I used to meet people playing League. Now I don't. So I don't play League anymore. I'm trying to find people to game with, but there's no way to talk to people in League except for during in-game chat. Yeah, you're right. Server browsers. You would look for specific servers, and you'd hang out in them until, like, a lobby filled. And so there'd be lobby chat while you're waiting to fill. You're right. That's a really good point. Yeah, you used to find, like, specific servers and hang out in them. And there are still games where you can find specific servers for things, but they don't always have, like, a chat. Like, they're taking away a lot of the communication because people just straight can't be trusted with it, which is hella awkward, and that's its own, like, other subject that's, like, way beyond the scope of just talking about gaming. But, yeah, people can't be trusted to talk anymore. And it's literally, like, a minority of people's fault. Most people are chill, but the ones that are bad make it so bad it's not worth it. And especially because a lot of us like to share their gameplay and things now. Like, I live stream for my friends. I don't make money streaming. It's just, I don't know, I've got a lot of gaming buddies that I've met over the years that like to come by and hang out. And this is a place I can provide for my friends to come and hang out and talk about game shit on the internet. The sirens are going way faster than the shore hunters, which I didn't really expect doing this. And forums are dead too. That's another thing. Like, trying to play Dungeons and Dragons, forums, like, I think the only forum that still exists actively is Giants in the Playground. And then, thankfully, the Warhammer 40,000 forums, Daka Daka. I think Daka Daka is the main one. That's still around. I heard Warseer had some issues. But yeah, there aren't gaming forums anymore. There's just, like, Reddit and TikTok, which aren't inherently bad. But the problem is there's no archived posts, so you can't, like, go back and look at a thing from before. So people keep re-asking the same question every 2 months because they have no way to, like, easily retrieve the answer. So it's just like a repost cycle. And you can't have, like, a long discussion on game mechanics or anything. Like, it used to be the Elitist Jerks forums for World of Warcraft, and, that was where you got a lot of the info. And then I haven't really gotten that same, like, thing since Icy Veins came out. A lot of this stuff is all in, like, private Discords and things now. Well, some of them are publicly accessible if you, like, look them up, right? But a lot of things are on Discords, and it's the same issue of, like, there's not, like, an archive you can browse to learn information. You just have to ask the same questions over and over and over again. So it gets really tiring having to teach a new user every time because you can't necessarily, like, link them. Be like, oh, read these threads. Oh, read these blog posts. Because a lot of the posts disappear. There's a significant amount of, like, information entropy on the internet that makes it hard to engage in hobbies. Like, I love video game speedrunning, but sometimes I want to get into running a new game, and sometimes I want to get into running a new game, but I can't find anything about it online. Some of the best information is still the GameFAQs forums. GameFAQs forum posts for, like, old video games that are still up. That's still somehow the best place for information, and it makes no sense. But I'll, like, go onto a Discord, and sometimes, like, I can't find the information, or it's not pinned. And you're right, Discord pins are not intuitive. You're absolutely right. So, like, I'll go into a Discord, not be able to find the information I want, ask about it, and then they're like, read the FAQ, and I'm like, I read the frequently asked questions section, and it didn't really address what I needed, because I know the basics already, and I have a more complex question. Where do I post a more complex question? And they're like, oh, I'm not sure. You can just post it in general, but then you post it there and it doesn't get an answer. And I'm talking about, like, detailed technical questions about video games. Like, hey, I noticed that if I do this, it affects the frame rate. And can this lag reduction allow us to accomplish this thing in the game? Like, I will ask very detailed technical questions about video game speedrunning. And it's like, hey, will this work in the route? If we do these things in this sequence, is it faster than doing these other things in the sequence? And the reason is because this, and then a detailed explanation of how a game mechanic works. And it's like, I think the likelihood of gambling on that 20% chance will save a lot of time, because you get the opportunity to retry it 5 times versus the, like, 80% chance that the other strategy uses. And, like, where do I post a question like that? And then they're stun locked and they don't know how to answer me. And they're like, I don't know. Because they're used to getting asked newbie questions. And when you ask, like, an enthusiast question that is beyond the scope of, like, treating new people to a community, people suddenly just don't know what to do anymore. And the thing is, if you make a post like that, that's a post that... Sometimes I'll ask a question that maybe only 4 or 5 people know the answer to. Possibly on Earth. And I'll ask this question, and then people, the people that know the answer are not around to see it. So I repost the question, they're like, hey, quit spamming. And I'm like, no, I waited like a whole week before posting this question again. They're like, are you still on about that? And I'm like, yes, I want to get world record in this video game. I want to improve the strategy and improve the world record for this game. And I know there's like 6 people that know this, but I don't have their direct contact info, or they have DMs off so I can't message them directly. I hope they see this post. Or there's like a lurker out there that happens to know the information, and you have to count on them having to be there at the right time to see it. And it's just so shitty trying to get, like, enthusiast information about a game. Thankfully, World of Warcraft has some history going back of places you can check, and Icy Veins is out there. Come on, please have this proc before this fight starts. Nope, okay, fine. So trying to find information is awkward. And I know it's like a little bit of a gripe, but I play some games at like a higher than average level. And like I've played at a competitive level in games. And sometimes I have questions that just do not have an existing answer, that require like a community to collaborate to discover what the answer actually is, because it's information that no one's found out yet. And it's really hard to have those conversations these days. It's like a 0th world problem. So that's a more detailed rant on community that I haven't gotten into before. Thank you for inspiring me to talk about that, because I don't have that in my like archive recordings of me doing this yet. It's nice here to bring some of that stuff up. You know, in a sort of roundabout way that we, you know, connected to that point, but... It made me think critically about it and helped me determine what it is that I'm upset about. But you don't, you know, that's the original point, is like, you don't have those conversations without people. Like, it's having a second eyes and a second set of opinions on things is like so valuable for just like gameplay itself and for hanging out with people. Let me do this fishing. We gotta get these 4 sirens. Or no, shore hunters, excuse me. I need the shore hunters. I'll have to go up the coast more to get to those. I don't like that they're ranged. I guess I could swim out. A little bit. I've been avoiding swimming because drown disconnects I don't want to deal with. I only need 4 more of the dang things. Kind of vibing with these strangle kelp catches, though. I feel like I don't get hit enough for Totem of Infliction. I might drop that item and go back to the orb. Hey, another box. Another box? A kind of good RNG for that. Okay, yeah, I see one out there. And I think I'm gonna... Oh, there's one there, too. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna swim out a little bit, because I only need 4 more. This is, if I stay on the surface, I'm okay. I should med after this. Faster cast, so I'll use this. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I can't mouse turn in the water. That thing still takes half my hit points. I'll get that one out there next. There's so many sirens out here. I don't like being in the water. It makes me itchy. It's called a shore hunter, but it's clearly out in the sea.
I'm out of range.
Like sketchily far out. There's one over there. They're in the water on the way. Yes. Over here. You can't eat or drink in the water either. So I don't like to be out in it. So I'm like, I have bandages, I have pots. I have options to play with. Hey, Totem of Infliction proc. That's the first time. And the last one's over here. And I'll use this one to get back to shore.
I need to get close.
Use my mana gem since I can't drink. If he tells me to turn around and get their heads afterwards, though, I'm gonna have some words with him. Maybe I'll ask him where his daughter is. I'm sure he'll like that. Oh, nope. Nope. I guess I can't, like, touch the right... I guess I can't touch, like, the right click at all in the water. Okay. Got out of that. I do like underwater quests in general, but not in hardcore. I think they're pretty fine. So I'll just go buy a water breathing pot or something.
Can I help you? For the Alliance.
Okay.
See you later.
So I have to go back to Stormwind for that. Okay.
Looking for something specific?
Okay. These. No, it's not the catfish. It's the cod or whatever. All right. Yeah. Vendor that. Okay.
See you
Got
later.
more things to mail off now. There's a surprising amount of leather from all this. I'll mess with the spices later. Okay. Let's do turtles, and then if I'm not leveled up by turtles. Oh, wait. If I'm not leveled up by turtles, then that's gotta be like really it for me. I guess I'll go up one and then down one and see how it goes. Yeah, it'd be great to get to 32 today. Started at 29. And I had a disconnect, and so I took the disconnect as an opportunity to break for dinner. Oh, you are thicky, Mickey. Okay. So I want to stay on the left side of the... No, I want to stay on the right side of the river. I want to stay on the right side of it. What is that? Oh, I didn't get a chance to see. Oh, more fish. My whole life is fishing now. I need to keep the fishing skill up because I needed it. I need it for winter squid. Where'd the ambient noise go? Shouldn't there be, like, ambient rain sound effects right now? I know I have the ambient sounds on because I hear the, like, water. I don't hear the raining sound effect. Maybe if I reload the UI. Yep, that did it. That fixed it. It also caused the music loop to reset. I wonder what caused it to bug in the first place. Small indie company. Oh man, if you think about what happened with Blizzard Entertainment, it was Blizzard Entertainment, and then I think Blizzard got bought by Vivendi, and then Vivendi got acquired by Activision, and then King acquired that, and then that got eaten by Microsoft. I just want you to think about it. I'm playing a Microsoft game right now. Microsoft World of Warcraft. What? Like, I mean, they keep the brand name, obviously, right? But it's just funny to think of it that way. Oh, Activision acquired King. Was it? Oh, I'm sorry. If that's the case, I was mistaken. I understood it the other way for some reason. Whoops. I just figured King came in with, like, their Candy Crush money and was like, bam. Probably the worst thing to come out of Sweden. Hey, y'all guys gonna spend, Svenska så mycket. Which means, hey, I love the Swedish people so much. Or I love Swedish people so much. I speak that, not well. My pronunciation needs a lot of work. Which is min utel beheve eves mer. I'm working on it. I used to play League of Legends with some people that were Swedish. And Sweden was like number 2 for like StarCraft. Like the Korean players were number 1, and it was the Swedes that were putting up like the next best results as a country. And I used to do esports media. I didn't want to learn Korean, because if I was going to learn one of those languages, I wanted to learn Japanese, because I have family that live out there. So I was like, well, what's the second best country for StarCraft? Oh, it's Sweden. Okay, well, I'll learn Swedish then. Because DreamHack, LANs, and those competitions were in Sweden, and other parts of Europe. Korea had the GSL, America had MLG. So I was like, well, I already speak, you know, English for MLG. I can learn Swedish for DreamHack. And then someone else can deal with Korea. That was a long time ago. But I'm not in touch with my Swedish friends anymore. Because the game that we played closed. So now we don't have anything that we play together. I didn't cap fishing, did I? Oh, I didn't. I didn't realize. Okay. Back to turtles.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, Sweden's a really cool country when it comes to, like, game development, because, like, of all the Nordic countries, you get some wild stuff out of Scandinavia. Like, in general. Like, compared to the rest of Europe. The Nordic countries compared to Europe. Or no, wait, Nordic is what? Nordic is Sweden, Finland, and Scandinavia is all 3, plus Denmark? I'm having a clueless American moment. Whoops. I miss having my friend Cillian correct me. He's a cool guy. I'm just not... I haven't talked to him in a minute. Okay, so I have gotten no turtles so far. Whenever Eastern Europe manages to release something working. Harsh but valid. That is definitely a thing. Although, lots of really memorable stuff comes out. Even if there is some janky stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not fun, because a game can be bad and fun. Case in point, League of Legends. And many other meme games. Man, League has issues. But it's a fun game. One turtle. Oh, okay, I follow you. I follow you now. Got one turtle in 10 minutes. Alright. I don't want to, like, abort mission on this, but... That was 1 in 10 minutes for turtle, and there's so few spawns. This is gonna take an age. I mean, I guess I was going low, like, slow because I was fishing. Actually, I don't need the fishing skill right now because it's capped. I guess I'll just move on fighting stuff. One turtle. A friend of mine found a turtle, like, last year and kept it. It was just, like, on the side of the road. But not, like, in the woods, like, in the middle of the city. It's like, how did you get out? So she's just like, you can't live at a gas station as a turtle in the middle of a city. Like, I live in a desert, mind you. There was a tortoise, also. But it's like, there's not, like, plants or anything nearby. It's like, how did you get here? You're lost. Now it gets to eat strawberries. And have a little yard. That is not concrete. That's a lower level bear, okay. And this turtle quest is cursed so far, though. Just 1 out of, what, 7 kills? A really poor pace. At least I have the newer waters. Ah, life fruit that I can't pick. Oh, that's level 23. 23s don't do XP anymore. These turtles are so high level compared to everything around them. Oh, it's so thick. Okay, and we're starting to get to, like, where Tarn Mill is. I want to turn around. Yeah, I can see it on the map. Are you freaking kidding me? I can't aim! Alright. That's a sign to pack. I don't want to go all the way into Alterac trees right now. Especially with that elite dragon patrol. Why does the turtle have clams? The fish people I kind of understand. The amount of people that auto-walk into death guards. Yo, the number of corpses I saw outside of South Shore where I know the guards will run to at, like, their longer chase distances. I think 3? Because they patrol such a wide area outside of the town because of the old Tar and Mill South Shore battles that used to happen. Because you needed that extra distance, or people would just shoot into the town. So they added the extra patrolling guards on the outside to sort of dissuade that behavior. Should probably do crafting for my characters tomorrow. I'll go see if I can train fishing. And I guess I'll go back to Iron Forge. Yeah, because I have a bunch of silk and a bunch of leathers from fishing. I didn't know I could get leathers from fishing, which is nice. So I might just do trade skills. I might do that off camera, though. Because I'll be in a city. I mean, you can still die in a city. But if that happens, it'll just be like, I'm going to take a screenshot of that and just, you know, show it on camera. Like a thing that'd be kind of like hype to get, you know, recorded, but hulking mountain and regular mountain lion. Okay. And the turtles haven't respawned yet. Alright, I got one turtle. Actually, wait a minute. Can I horribly cheat? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, I'm gonna set my Hearthstone here. What if I horribly cheat? The innkeeper.
Hello.
Wait, no, not there. I want to be pointed this direction.
Hey there.
No.
See you around.
Click the correct thing.
Have a good one.
Okay. What if I just buy turtle meat? And I gotta look for the Hillman's cloak. Okay. There's a thing to do. Okay, so there's a couple things to do on camera. It's just the reason I wanted to get to 32 today is so that I could get all my spell purchasing done with.
Interesting.
Might keep that.
Very well then.
Strength Agi's decent. Not as good as Strength Stam, right? Because you want a lot of Stam, but... Okay, these go to different people. I gotta cook those clams. Alright, so I need a Hillman's cloak. And I'm looking for turtle meat. Okay. I just type that and get turtle meat. Give turtle meat. 9 silver. Damn. So I could do the quest. Oh, that's 75. 8 each. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Not doing that quest. Hillman's cloak. Oh! Let me make sure this is the right one. Hillman's cloak. Yes. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. We're ultra cheating. We're paying to win. Okay, there. Now I have all the stuff for the turtle thing. Right? Yeah, so I need a soothing spices. I need a fine thread. And then Yetis. See, you're ready for Wrath GKP. Oh. Goodness. Economy is, on shaky ground. It's not in shambles yet, but it's on a fragile foundation. Before, like, you literally can't farm things in game anymore. Okay, I need a fine thread. Come here. Give me a fine thread. Okay, now I go to the cooking area, which I walked past, but I should have done that earlier. Okay, I need... hot spices. I need 7 spices for that. Need 7 spices for that. And then I need 1 of what for the... I need a soothing and 7 hot. I already own both those. Okay.
See you soon.
There, get wrecked, game. I'm paying to win. Wait, it's over here. I'm paying to win.
What can I do for you?
Did I just... Don't look at what I did. Hey man, good talking to you. Yeah, you have a great night. You need to stay alive too, though. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna go turn this quest. I'm gonna go turn this quest, see how much XP I need, then maybe go kill a few mobs. Then be 32. Didn't want to be out this late, but I did it. I did a little. Uh-oh. I forgot to cook the stuff too. Dang it. That's how it happens. Oh, it'd be like 35 more minutes, an hour and a half later. Like, get me out of this game. And then yeah, once I get to 32, I'm gonna go to Ironforge, buy my spells, and I'm gonna stay in Ironforge, and I'm gonna do like trade skill stuff tomorrow. That will probably be off camera. Because I ain't even trying to be here as long as I've been here. Oh, I forgot to mail these off beforehand, too. Man, I am, That goes to one character, that goes to another character, that goes to another character. Hot spices go up here with that. These two things go together. I need to put those snappers in the bank. I'm gonna make something with these wool. That it's bolts of silk cloth is like the cool thing, because it's multiple silks per drop. So getting bolts out of a chest is nice. And if that happens with Mage Weave, oh please. That would be so nice. I feel like I always struggle with Mage Weave. Whenever I'm doing, whenever I do tailoring. Or I guess each time I do tailoring. Yeah, I always feel like I struggle with Mage Weave. You can get to where that tree is. It does slow fall on a speed increase. And an ability to aim. Okay. We're paying to win. GKP some turtle bisque. For the sake of the archive, right? GDKP is a style of getting loot from dungeons where you auction off each piece. I'd explain what the abbreviation means, but that's a longer story and I don't want to right now. Yes, even though I do have to walk somewhere. It's hella late. slash early. Like, I wanted to be done with this stuff a while back, but I don't know. I've noticed that I am I'm really good at keeping focus on achieving a goal. Well, a lot of times I just don't have one. You know, that's like a personal problem, right? You know, sometimes I struggle with knowing what to focus on as far as goals go, and sometimes it's easy, like in World of Warcraft. You know, it's like I'm gonna do a hardcore 60. You know, somehow. Okay, it's like that's the thing, and I pay attention to that, and I do that whole thing. And previously, it was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, do every quest in the game. I'm going to do the, you know, I'm gonna, you know, do Karazhan and the heroics on my warrior in Burning Crusade. I'm gonna learn to draw. I'm gonna write this book, which are all things I've done. And when I say write a book, I mean I write like RPG adventures. So those books are short; they're like 36 pages. But they still count as book. It just feels awkward because it's not like I wrote a novel or anything. It's more like writing a textbook, like a supplement textbook. Anything else, or like an instruction guide? It's more like writing an instruction guide. But yeah, I'm really good at being able to like chase a goal down. It's just I am motivated by extremely few things. I don't know why, but I generally just don't want things. I like things, but I don't know. After 10 years, I've kind of like gotten all the stuff that I want. Like, I mean, could I use a new car? Sure, but my car is fine. Not right now, actually. Check engine light just came on. That's a weird example to me. I mean, but yeah, stuff like that. It's like, I have a car. I could upgrade it, but whatever. Like, I have a fridge. I could upgrade that, but it works. I have an MP3 player. Here, that's a way better example. I have an MP3 player that could definitely stand to be an upgraded model, but mine works. So I don't know, I'll keep using it. I just don't like to upgrade away from stuff that's working, right? So as a result, I don't want very many things. A lot of the things that I, like, go and acquire are because I want to do another thing. Like, all the tech that I have in my house is all because of, like, video game speedrunning or video game commentary, digital event hosting, esports commentary. That's why I got the mics, that's why I got the monitors, that's why I got the recording equipment, the lights, the green screen. Because that was all part of getting to a different thing. But outside of that, it's like, I don't know, I bought a 4K TV once, like, 6 years ago on a sale. I'm good for a really long time. I don't know. Bought the TV. Like, I bought the, you know, whatever else it is. Like, I got my stuff already. I don't feel like I need to do a lot more than that. So I do need Yeti fur. Write a massive hardcover novel that contains one-page double-side. I mean, I could do that. That would be pretty good. You know, and Asper, now that I think about it, some of the stuff that you come up with would make for a really badass art exhibit. If you could just somehow, like, automatically manifest all that shit into, like, you know, something you could just throw into a gallery. That would be a really cool, like, art exhibit. Oh, look, a turtle. Come here, you. I just paid to win from these turtles. That one gave me 2 turtle meat. What a joke. I killed like 8 of those things and I got 1 turtle meat, and I kill that one, I get 2. I'm a little offended. I need to go get Yetis, and I need to stay on this side of the road. What is this? Regular mountain lion, hulking mountain lion. That's the baby mountain lion and the super mountain lion. But yeah, I want to stay on this side of the road because that side of the road is hell and death. There's this stupid 1 hair in front of my face. Okay, the Yetis are over here, so I need the Yeti fur. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the 10 Yeti fur. Then go back, and that should be a sufficient amount. This is a 3-hour video segment. What have I done? Right here, here's the cave. Well, 31 Yetis. I think these are frost resistant. Oh, there's someone over here killing Yetis. Maybe I'll just get started on this quest just to get like a little bit of XP.
Spell isn't ready.
A bad approach and movement there. Okay. So I'm gonna kill enemies to 1 bar, I guess, and then do the turtle thing. This seems like it'll take a little while. I think about it, because 10 kills, let's say it takes 30 enemies. Plus having to sit for mana. Still gonna eat stamina food. I think I get a new Frostbolt at next level. What am I at? That's at 6, that's at 5. I think I get a new Frostbolt at 32. I think that spell is 2 levels after Fireball, and I'm pretty sure I just got a Fireball at this last level. These are the correct Yetis. It doesn't actually specify. It's just like, bring me Yeti fur. Like, sure, okay, whatever. I guess so.
It's too far away.
Hey, there's the frostbite that I like. Oh, okay. I'll take 2 critical hits. No, was just 1. Frostbite's better than a crit, maybe. 1 Yeti fur. That is a cave. And I don't see anything within range of the interior. Yeah, this might be definitely put off. Walk in. I just don't want to walk further than where I can see the entrance. That's my big rule with caves. I go into here to where I can still see the entrance. And I'll do just what I can pull from there. So I have an exit strategy. Because the thing is, I want to be able to see if there's enemy respawns outside. I need to be able to see it. So I can go a short distance into a place like this. I think I'm going to do that one, and then it's time to leave after that. A lot of dead Yetis, but where's the person that killed them all? No chance it's the dead person, is it? That'd be sad. Looks like there's 2 at the end of this hallway. Hallway? There's no way this counts as a hallway. Pathway. Target not in line of sight. Level 32 Yeti. I swear I saw that hit 2 things. I've been doing too much World of Warcraft today. I gotta get out of here. Oh, it died to the dot damage. That's rare. I mean, that happens a lot lower levels, but higher levels, like 7 is so little of its hit points that just like that's not anything. Oh, they're alive down there. Okay. Okay, get me out of this cave. I saw a guild named Cave Anxiety. And I feel like I might ask them if I can join that guild, because that is such an effing appropriate name for me. I'm an anxious person, and I don't go in caves. So... that's probably something I should investigate when there's, like, you know, daytime when people are actually playing. I can try to look that guild up. Okay. We're going back to South Shore. Find any level appropriate enemies on the way that give XP. We'll probably shoot them for points. Go there, take the power up, go back to Ironforge, buy the spells, hide in the inn. That's one of the best frostbolts you can hope for. A crit that causes frostbite right off the bat. Lion meat? I mean, that could just be cat meat, right? Another frostbolt, right? Okay. 1 Yeti is 2 of them. I keep forgetting about, like, the massive, like, XP differences for the levels. Okay, that blink was on purpose. Felt like I was trying to jump a bear's aggro range. I guess I can just hearth back to South Shore tomorrow. That's nice. It'll be easy for me to get back into doing stuff here. Okay. Get your turtles. Take your turtle oath.
How are you? See you around. Safe travel.
Hey! Wait, did I... Okay. So what am I at? 32, 33, 34, 35? It's all PvE. All of the hardcore servers are PvE. I kind of wish they did one PvP server just so that you could see, just so it was visible what it would be like. But if you're actually interested in permadeath PvP, it does exist. They added a form of dueling where the duel is to the actual character death. So you can perma-kill another player. It's just opt-in duel to the death. As opposed to the, like, random PvP that is kind of, like, ordinary, I guess. If you are interested in actual, like, PvP like that, there was a tournament, there was a permadeath. The permadeath duels are called Mac Goras. There was a Mac Gora tournament that was streamed on twitch.tv/Zaryu, spelled Xaryu, and it was the second day of the event was the actual, like, player deaths portion of it. That may be an option. Okay. What do I need here? Kodo stew is level 35? Okay. Okay, right, I'm going back for spells, and then I will sort all this inventory out tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, go here.
Hi.
What do you got for me? Give me the new food. Give me the new frostbolt. Give me the new flame strike. Give me the new frost ward. Okay, stop giving me things. There we go. Okay. Give me the new frost ward because that keeps me alive. Give me the new frost bolt because that deals damage. Give me the new flame strike because fire. Okay. Then I'm gonna mail a couple of things and then hide. I'm gonna vend these 3, mail those 2, mail that 1, mail that 1. Is there a reason to learn every spell possible? Is there a reason to learn every spell possible? You can definitely complete the game and what's the word I'm looking for? You can definitely complete the game as I mean, like, raiding and do PvP without all of the spells. That's very much a thing you can do. But is there a specific reason to train every spell? No. Is it helpful? Yeah. I just haven't done it because there are some spells that have uses that...
Watch your back.
There are some spells that have uses that I do not believe will apply anytime soon in this challenge, if at all. So I'm choosing not to buy them specifically to save money.
How are ya?
And then I'll maybe go back and buy them at the very end of the game. Because training spells can be kind of expensive.
Off with you.
That's the idea behind that. I'm gonna do the cooking because that's gonna be the worst part about it. I did. I got to 32. Like, Arcane Missiles is a very expensive spell. Damage is kind of slow. And it's very easy to interrupt it unless you're talented for it. And the purpose that I used it for in PvP doesn't really apply in PvE very much. can, but so rarely that I'll just use a different option instead of using that. Amplify Magic makes you take more damage from spells and receive more healing from spells. Well, I don't want to take more damage from spells ever, so I'm just not going to train that. Rank 2 Frost Nova just adds more damage to a spell that isn't used for damage. So I'm not going to grab that one either. Okay, so I need 2 Soothing. And... did I accidentally sell the clams? No, I cooked them off when I was at the one... yeah, so I need 2 Soothing Spices is what I need.
Great to meet you. Be good.
And that's like for Mage. I don't know if it's going to be different for other classes. Like, I'm playing a Priest. And, like, I have a spell that's just, like, it looks cool, but it's, like, it's just so bad. It's called Feedback, and it's a 30-second buff. Or something. It's a limited duration effect that causes enemies that damage you with a spell to get burned to lose mana, and then they take damage equal to the mana that they lost. But the thing is, the spell duration is pretty short and it has a 3-minute cooldown. And in the time that a normal fight takes, an enemy might be able to cast maybe 3 spells on you before they die. It's like, when do you use it? Because you wouldn't want to use it in a multi-target situation, because you don't want to be in a multi-target situation as a priest. That's one of those spells that just seems like it's for swag, which is valid. But in normal gameplay, like, I'm struggling to find a situation to use it. I still use it when, like, I fight a caster, but I don't know, it just feels crappy. Oh, I can bank some stuff while I'm here.
Great to meet you.
Okay, bank that. I need to keep a certain amount of the wool cloth. 1, okay.
How are ya?
Ones I can bank. Oh, okay, or not. I know what I'll do. I'll get the silks out, because that's what I was going to play with. Okay, do that. Alright, there we go. I have 19 wool cloths in there. I'll keep all these out. I have a bunch of fish in there. I'm gonna get rid of these stupid sagefish. They've angered me. Okay, this is the stuff for the Yeti quest. Voucher. Soothing turtle. Whatever it's called. Do I call that good right there? Wands. Let me put my random. Oh. 4 randoms in. Okay, I think I'm good.
Watch your back.
Then yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna play with trade skills. And see what to do with these damn silks. I guess I don't need that, because I'm on different quests. Oh, that's an ogre quest. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I was supposed to talk to a person in Stormwind. Oh, crap. I can do that shit later. I'm not. I can't. I'm out. I'm gonna sell these fish. They've just been in my bank for 4 days. I'm sure they're fine.
How are
Here,
you?
you like weird fish, I guess. Just take that away from me. I don't want to look at it. Oh, I fell off the stairs. Oh no. Back up there. Okay, that's it. I'm out.